Wordsworth is spoken to be 25. William Wordsworth is spoken to be a nature poet because he has till date written on real experiences that he has got. Okay, उसकी जो भी poem हो, इसके पहले if you know upon Westminster Bridge, तो अपॉन वेस्टमिंस्टर ब्रिज में भी उसने वेस्टमिंस्टर ब्रिज के आसपास जो नेचुरल सराउंडिंग्स की ब्यूटी है उसके बारे में लिखा है. हियर ऑल्सो ही इज स्पीकिंग अबाउट द ब्यूटी ऑफ द डैफोडिल्स एंड हाउ दिस ब्यूटी impacts his mood, how it is successful in uplifting his mood from sad to happy. He always says that nature and humans share an inherent bond. एक नेचुरल बॉन्ड हमारे बीच में होता है नेचर और ह्यूमंस के बीच में. सी व्हेनेवर यू आर फ्री, व्हेनेवर वेकेशन की बात आती है, वी ऑलवेज थिंक ऑफ गोइंग टू द हिल्स. ओके, कि चलो हिल स्टेशन पे चले जाते हैं. तो चाहे वी कंटिन्यू. William Wordsworth is a nature poet who tells us about the magical powers of nature, healing powers of nature. If you just go and sit around some hills or mountains or beach or इवन अगर गार्डन में चले गए और आसपास ट्रीज और ग्रीनरी देखी, इट डेफिनेटली सूट्स योर माइंड. सी यू गो फॉर अ समर वेकेशन एट सम हिल स्टेशन, यू नो कि घर आके देयर आर सो मेनी असाइनमेंट्स पेंडिंग, कितना सारा ये है वो है, पढ़ना है, टेस्ट है. लेकिन व्हेन यू आर विद नेचर यू फॉरगेट अबाउट योर स्ट्रेसेस एंड वरीज फॉर सम टाइम. एटलीस्ट उस टाइम तक you are with nature and your mind is at peace. This is the important quality or trait of nature. Page 25. No study of English literature is complete without a reading of William Wordsworth, who is perhaps the greatest of romantic poets. Now here, romantic poets does not mean the idea or the ideology that you people share about romanticism. Here, it means that he was the poet who started writing on topics which were of daily relevance, जो एक common man भी समझ सकता था, in a language written by or written in something that a common man can understand. पहले के ज़माने में when poetry began, it was written on abstract topics and it was written in a very complex manner जो सिर्फ scholars ही समझ सकते थे. He started this era of writing poems on common topics which a daily, commoner could relate with and could also understand. इसलिए तुम लोग देखोगे डैफोडिल्स बहुत इजी लैंग्वेज में लिखा है. देयर इज नॉट अ सिंगल वर्ड जिसका मीनिंग हमें पता ना चले, एंड इट इज रिटन ऑन अ वेरी सिंपल टॉपिक लाइक डैफोडिल्स. जो एक गरीब या अनएजुकेटेड भी होगा वो देखेगा डैफोडिल्स को, वो देख पाएगा और वो पोएम के साथ रिलेट कर पाएगा. It was he who rallied for the use of everyday language, common people and things in poetry. Wordsworth was a great lover of nature and this poem was inspired by a real life experience. ये Wordsworth की दूसरी स्पेशलिटी है. He always writes poems based on real incidents. वो खुद इंस्पायर होता है और उस पर पोएम लिखता है. Once when on a walk with his sister Dorothy, he came upon a sight of a belt of daffodils beside a lake with the wind blowing over the flowers. So this was particularly a time when he had just lost his elder brother. उसका elder brother had died and वो और Dorothy एक ऐसे ही लेक के पास से वॉक कर रहे थे in a very dull mood because he was missing his brother. He was missing the presence of his brother. तब ये पोएम, ये डैफोडिल्स ने उसके माइंड पे इतना प्रोफाउंड इम्पैक्ट किया that he was compelled to write a poem on it. The sight of this vast expanse of yellow flowers inspired Wordsworth to write this remarkable poem. He goes on to tell the reader that long after he had had this experience, the mere memory of the sight would lift his spirits when he felt dejected or depressed. So ये एक ऐसी साइट थी डैफोडिल्स की जो उसने पैसे देके खरीदी नहीं थी, लेकिन yet it was able to relieve him from his bad mood or from his sadness whenever he thought about this as a memory. जैसे ये डैफोडिल्स इसके माइंड में आते थे वो कितना भी सैड हो वो इमीडिएटली खुश हो जाता था. सो दिस वॉज एन एवर लास्टिंग वेल्थ that he had got, जो कभी खत्म नहीं होती है, and it is always capable of reliving in you or of recuperating you from your sadness. This well-known poem is a eulogy to the restorative powers of nature. कभी भी poem के quality के बारे में लिखने को आया, you can write this line in your answers. It's a very nice line. It is a eulogy, a tribute to the restorative powers of nature. नेचर के पास रिस्टोरेटिव पावर्स होते हैं और इसी के लिए इसे एक नेचर पोएम कहा गया है. आई वॉन्डर्ड लोनली एज अ क्लाउड दैट फ्लोट्स ऑन हाई ओवर वेल्स एंड हिल्स व्हेन ऑल एट वंस आई सॉ अ क्राउड, अ होस्ट ऑफ गोल्डन डैफोडिल्स beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. I wandered lonely as a crowd. The word wandered suggests that he had no aims. He was aimless. He was just wandering. He did not know where to go. Just like a cloud which floats over valleys and hills. Vales yani valleys. And तभी अचानक से suddenly he came across a crowd, a host, that is a huge group of golden daffodils. Where were they? Beside the lake, beneath the trees. What were they doing? Fluttering and dancing in the breeze. They were fluttering, they were dancing. What is fluttering? The movement of plants, the movement made by the plants in the wind. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. How were they? What is the comparison made? Continuous as the stars that shine. Continuous as the stars that shine. यानी stars भी endless थे, वैसे ही ये daffodils भी endless थे, and they were shining just like the stars, twinkling on the Milky Way. जैसे स्टार्स, मिल्की वेज आर गैलेक्सी, जैसे स्टार्स हमारी गैलेक्सी में ट्विंकल करते हैं नेवर एंडिंग, वैसे ही ये डैफोडिल्स का जो स्ट्रेच था, जो बेल्ट था, इट सीम नेवर एंडिंग एंड शाइनिंग इन द सनलाइट अलोंग द मार्जिन ऑफ अ बे. द बे इज अ वाटर बॉडी, उसकी मार्जिन यानी बैंक. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. He saw many. 10,000 is an exaggeration. He says he saw many flowers, many daffodils in a glance. And what were they doing? Tossing their heads in sprightly dance, in a very lively dance.
Happy mood.
The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. Waves भी daffodils के बाजू में ही dance कर रहे थे in the wind. They were also sparkling in the sunlight. But who outdid them? The daffodils. They yani the daffodils. They outdid, they defeated the waves in their joy. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. A poet could never be so happy in such a joyful company. Yani a person who is sensitive, a person who is poetic at heart will definitely become happy in such a lovely company of daffodils. I gazed, glee, happiness. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. I kept on staring, I kept on watching the beauty of the daffodils, but at that moment I did not realize what wealth it had got me. ये क्या वेल्थ मुझे अब नसीब हुई वो मुझे तब पता नहीं चला. I realized it when I was lying very depressed on my couch. For oft when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. So whenever I used to sit in vacant, empty, or in pensive, dull, thoughtful, डल मूड या थॉटफुल मूड में जब भी बैठूं on my couch, they flash upon that inward eye. Who they? The daffodils. Inward eye in my memory, in my brain. They keep flashing, which is the bliss of solitude, which gives me the bliss, that is happiness of solitude, state of being lonely. I find happiness in the state of loneliness. So despite being lonely, I am happy. Why? Because daffodils are with me. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. And then my heart becomes joyful. It gets filled with pleasure and starts dancing with the daffodils. So, in the beginning of the poet also, poet is in a dull mood, melancholic mood, और उसका मूड अपलिफ्ट हो जाता है डैफोडिल्स को देख के. इन फ्यूचर ऑल्सो जब भी वो सैड होता है, डैफोडिल्स का नज़ारा जो था वो उसके माइंड में रिफ्लेक्ट होता है एंड उसका मूड इमीडिएटली चेंज हो जाता है. देयर आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फिगर्स ऑफ स्पीच इन दिस एंटायर पोएम. दे आर रेगुलरली आस्क्ड एज एमसीक्यूज. प्लीज मार्क देम.
फर्स्ट लाइन सिमिली.
I wandered lonely as a cloud. Simile.
अजय बोलो अजय खाली एक लाख बस लाख
That floats on high o'er vales and hills. Alliteration.
alliteration.
High and hills. When all at once I saw a crowd, a host. Personification. Daffodils are given the human quality of being in a crowd. Beside the lake, beneath the trees. Alliteration. Fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Personification. Fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Personification. Daffodils are personified to be dancing. Continuous as the stars that shine. Simile. Daffodils are compared to stars directly with the word as. Simile. They stretched in never-ending line. Hyperbole. They stretched in never-ending line. Hyperbole. 10,000 saw I at a glance. Again hyperbole and inversion. अगर एमसीक्यू માં હાઇપરબોલી ના આવે અને ઇન્વર્ઝન આવે
એમને કીધું કે ઇન્વર્ઝન બોર્ડ માં દીધું મિટ છે.
Tossing their heads in sprightly dance.
Personification.
The waves beside them danced. Personification. I gazed and gazed. Repetition. I gazed and gazed. Repetition. What wealth to the show to me had brought. Alliteration. They flash. Personification. They flash upon that inward eye. Metaphor. They flash upon that inward eye. Metaphor.
Metaphor એટલે direct comparison. Indirect અને alliteration એટલે simile એટલે direct. Simile એટલે direct. Metaphor એટલે indirect.
And dances with the daffodils. Personification and alliteration. Personification and alliteration. Dances with the daffodils. The theme of the poem is nature, or the powers of nature, healing powers of nature.